Welcome to the post-game show alongside Coach Ulmer. I'm Peter Ferrari. Coach, my goodness, after set one, 25-15, didn't quite know where the team was going to go. Down 4-0 to start set two. What was the difference? What happened? What was the conversation during that timeout that all of a sudden it was a different team the rest of the night?
Give Wheaton credit, right? They handed it. I mean, they were really good in that first set to be in the second set. So, we came out kind of flat, and they just took it to us, and you got to wear that sometimes, right? And then, obviously, we didn't start out great in set two. So, just call the timeout, try to refocus them, talk about the things we talked about, the switches that we wanted to make, what we needed to do, and then we could chip away at this. So we started touching more balls at the net. We started getting better service runs, and all of a sudden, everything turns around, right? That first set, we totally lost the serve pass game, and they did a really nice job at that. We flipped the script the rest of the way. We're a very good blocking team. It took us a while to start slowing them down their middle. Number 15 was going to town. We tried to double her up. We started getting touches on those balls. Just made a few adjustments, and the girls did a great job. And, that's a big win for us. We really needed that. And, credit Wheaton. Eric's doing a great job with them. And, they made us work really, really hard to get that win and made us have to make adjustments to make that happen, and really proud of the team for doing that.
Coach, a conversation I want to have, if you're willing to expound. Halfway through set number two, you had a little bit of a lead, called a timeout. Boston and Detweiler going off to the side. You grabbed them both by a wrist. You had a little conversation. My goodness, it was a different team after that as well for those two. What was that conversation?
Just wondering why we couldn't get a good swing there, and Katie was just too tight to the net, and she admitted that.
Yeah.
Just trying to get their attention because it's something we can score on.
Yeah.
I don't want to, sometimes if we don't do that, then we'll go away from it, but Katie had every opportunity to score in there. They're kind of blocking her one-on-one, and so we just needed to make that adjustment. I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page and just kind of refocus everybody. So we really, Katie's a big player for us, and Det does a great job. Tatum Kebasek was great tonight, had some great service runs, really ran a nice offense, got us out of some of the rotations we've been getting stuck in, and Maddie Danielson's back.
Yeah.
She had a rough few weeks there, and it was really great to see her come back tonight and just kind of hang in there in the overall game. And of course, Tina Manojlovic is Tina Manojlovic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she is our clutch player, and I told the setters, when it's Tina time,
yeah,
right? Give that ball to Tina, and she was just pretty much unstoppable. She had a great night.
I would say I quote sometimes Tina Turner, simply the best when she's out on the court.
She is. When she plays like she played tonight, I mean, she passes well, she served well, she blocks well, and she's just a kill machine, And I thought she was definitely in the zone, and Tatum and Ava were giving her the ball where she needed it, and it was a lot of fun once we got it going. A little nerve-wracking, we've been down in the cellar of the CCIW here trying to, we haven't played a ton of games, but regardless, we got to start moving our way up that ladder to get where we want to be. So this was a good step in that direction.
Indeed it was. Another player I want to call out, consistent force in the back row on the receiving end. Cassidy Stahl. My goodness, Coach,
yes.
I said when you made that call and she started getting more reps, I said it's the leadership she showed to just be where she needed to be.
100%. I at the group chat afterwards, I highlighted her. She was great tonight. She was clutch. She was passing dimes. She was where she needed to be defensively. We talked a little bit about that, where we wanted to place them, and they were there. And she was really, really good tonight. And it just does my heart good to see these seniors really step up. This is it for them, right? Or getting to that point of the season where if we want to reach our goals, it's go time. So it was great to see. We had a lot of people step up tonight, and that was really fun. Crowd was great. Finally the crowd got energized. There's not much they can do the way we played in the first set, but we got it going a little bit. And it's nice to see different people step up, and you have a lot of fun. It just gives everybody else confidence when you're doing that.
Not to scoreboard watch. Again, you worry about your games. You worry about one game at a time. Again, a little bit of sense of relief, but also you've seen the team after that first set has a sense of urgency that if this game doesn't happen, I mean, there's a huge uphill climb, top six. Right now, going into the game, you were number 7. Again, not to scoreboard watch, but again, talk me through the importance of tonight and then that momentum going forward.
Yeah, these are crucial. We put ourselves in a hole by losing 2 early. Now we're back to 500. Okay, that's great. We have Elmhurst on Friday. That's all of these are really important.
Yeah.
And these are all very doable for us, but we're going to have to play with that sense of urgency and play like we did, because everybody gives you their best in the CCIW, like Wheaton did here tonight. They were really, really good. They were surgical on us in that first set. And we got slapped in the face, and we had to respond. And hopefully it gives us a ton of confidence that we did respond. I expect Elmhurst will do the same thing. I expect Carroll will do the same thing. I expect Milliken, we have to make the trip to Decatur. I mean, we're not out of the woods here. We've got a ways to go. We're just trying to stay focused on the match at hand, stay in the moment, and now we'll focus our efforts on Elmhurst and taking care of business there. But it's never easy in the CCIW.
Exactly. Well, Coach, congrats on the huge win. All the crew, by the way, said you had the best fit of the night.
Hey, let's go.
So shout out for that. We're going to have to share a stylist so you can help me out. But congrats on the win. Glad your voice is better.
Yes, me too.
Me too. You could yell at me more. But with that being said, once again, congrats. Good luck on the road, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Peter. Always appreciate you.
Absolutely. Coach Leanne Ulmer, again, the crew saying the best fit of the night, and it was fitting that she comes away with such a huge win. Let's crunch the stats. Thunder, 450 in set number 1. Finished the night 141. Why? 6 blocks for Carthage College, 62 digs, and 6 aces. You just add all these things up, and we talked about the consistent hitting percentage for Carthage. They started 141, ended 236. We said if they stay around that 220, 230 range as they did for most of sets 2, 3, and 4, they'll come out victorious. They did. The biggest number of them all, 60-37, 23 more kills on the night, and that's truly what closed the gap for the Firebirds over the Thunder. We want to thank you for being with us this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look at the upcoming broadcast schedule. Swim, dive versus Lake Forest and MSOE next Saturday, or this Saturday, I should say, then 1 o'clock kickoff, Milliken football contest. That should be a big one. Next Wednesday, soccer versus North Park. Next Saturday, women's volleyball versus North Park. A huge one. So many postseason implications on the line. Stick around with us here. And then Saturday, November the 8th, football versus Augustana, all part of the new CCIW network. Again, for Carthage games, CCIWnetwork.com/Carthage. For executive producer Mike Love, for producer John Voinovich, as well as the director for today, Ty Graphic Logan, and camera operators Andrew and Marissa, a fully student-produced broadcast, best in the conference. This program has been a presentation of Firebird Broadcast Productions and Carthage College, copyright 2025. Once again, 4-set victory for the Carthage College Firebirds. They're right back in the thick of it, looking for one of the top 6 seeds to go to the postseason. I'm Peter Ferreri. Thank you for being with us on the CCIW Network from Tarbell Arena in Kenosha.